Hello and welcome to this special interview here on Al Arabiya English, coming to you from the World Defence Show in Riyadh. I'm Melinda Nusafora. We have the pleasure of being joined by one of the world's largest aerospace firms, VP of International Business Development at Boeing Defence, Vince Logsdon. Thanks so much for being here.
Good to be here.
Vince, Saudi Arabia, you have said, is one of Boeing's largest partners outside of the US. Talk me through why this region is important for Boeing's future.
Well, Saudi Arabia, in general, is a central point for Boeing's presence here in the Middle East. And we see Saudi Arabia as a major partner in helping us to define the future of aerospace.
There's a big push, not just for strategic partnerships, but for local investment in Saudi Arabia. You've said that you're not interested just in selling platforms, you're here to be strategic partners. So elaborate on that. What does that mean, and how does that differ from how you may operate in other countries?
Sure, well, there's a lot of capability here in the kingdom, and very capable country. So what we want to be is a strategic partner across the board, and that's from every aspect. So when we're here to talk about the capabilities that we can provide to Saudi Arabia, we know that just providing those defense capabilities, that's not enough. We need to partner with the local community. We're partnering with the industrial places here, and making sure that what we do is engaged across the board. And we do that through various ways. We have joint ventures, we invest in human capital, we cut across the board to include industrial participation and supply chain. We want to be a part of that whole infrastructure.
Human capital is an interesting arm of investment, because obviously you can have the capabilities, but you need the people to have the know-how. So how challenging is that? How interesting is that? And how important is it to Boeing?
Well, it's extremely important and extremely interesting. So when we're investing in high-tech research. We're investing across the board, again, with workforce training, making sure that when we bring our capabilities here and we bring that partnership here, that we also have trained the people, and that those folks are ready to join that part of the aerospace business. We also do a lot with the local communities here. For example, the universities. We're very engaged there, and we're doing things with the local universities, such as getting into future capabilities like AI and autonomy. And we want to make sure that we're providing the best of the best to the local communities to make sure that locally we're ready to engage in the next level of aerospace.
You talk about the next level of aerospace because the face of war, the battlefield, is changing so rapidly. Talk me through what you think are the future challenges and opportunities for such an established company like Boeing. I mean, is it agility? Is it speed? Is it UAVs? I mean, how challenging is this new frontier?
Sure, well, obviously very challenging. The world is changing constantly, as is the defense space and the battle space. So we have been trying to manage that in terms of a total system. So it's a system of systems approach. You can't just be in the battle space with this type of system and that type of system. You're cutting across a whole family of systems. And at Boeing, we're proud to offer an entire array of systems that cut across everything that you may need in the battle space. From our F-15 fighters to our heavy lift helicopters like the Chinook into space, and then things that are in the future like our MQ-28, a collaborative combat aircraft that extends the warfighter's capability, our tankers that expand that reach. It goes on, and pulling that all together, that's the future of warfare, that's the future of defense, and that's one of the things that we work really hard on at Boeing to make sure we're pulling that all together.
Integration is a theme of the World Defence Show this year. So has it surprised you how quickly the need for that integration has come about, or has it been on the horizon for Boeing for a while?
I think it's been on the horizon for Boeing for a while, certainly. We've been working on these concepts for some time. Because we are a large company and we build so many of these different systems, pulling them together just makes sense, and it has for some time.
Just finally, I know that for a company with such reach as Boeing, do you find that now part of the company's remit is future-proofing? Is it forecasting, assessing what the future threats are going to be, not just responding to them when they happen?
You can't just respond to them, you have to be out in front, and that's what we do at Boeing. We're staying in front of where we think the battle space might be going, and again, another great example of that, back to the MQ-28, when you're looking at extending that space, how do you do that? And how do you build that mass but do it affordably? That's where we're going.
And how does that integrate with work in Saudi Arabia?
It integrates. Now it's a fairly new, when we're talking collaborative combat aircraft, that's fairly new, and I will say that we're ahead of just about anybody that's in that space. How that may interact here in Saudi Arabia remains to be seen, but Saudi Arabia certainly has the capability to do those types of things.
It's an interesting space to watch indeed. Vince Logsdon, thanks so much for joining us here on Al Arabiya English.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Well done.
Thanks.